Alright, what is up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all of my predictions for week number 9 here in the NFL. Now, I'm a bit out of it today, guys. I apologize. I've had a lot going on. I'm super tired, but I wanted to get this video out before the game tonight, obviously. So, let's go ahead and move forward with our week 9 predictions. And if you look down here, I have been so wrong on some of these, just within our division our division alone. I predicted the Cardinals to be 8-0 at this point. But again, part of that is more so me predicting the Cardinals to turn their season around. In other words, I haven't really felt they were as bad as they have looked. So that is taken into consideration. And the Rams, it's hard for me to bet on them. It doesn't mean I really think the Rams are an 0-7 talent team. It's more so that I'd rather bet against them than for them in certain situations. But I have gotten the 49ers correct all season long, every single time. So I am pretty happy with that. It's like the one thing I can hang my hat on right now. So for Thursday night, we have the Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. And we are going to go ahead and take Atlanta on the road in this. Next up, the Lions and the Vikings. Now, some are predicting maybe the Vikings are going to struggle a little bit. You know, they've been figured out in some ways, obviously. Still a very good team, probably more talented than the Lions, but this is a potential upset here. Ultimately, though, and with a series like this, I feel like it's tough to pick upsets. If I really have faith in an upset happening, I want to pick it, but otherwise, I got to go with the logical decision. And I think the Vikings at home have a better chance against the Lions here. The Eagles taking on the Giants. This is actually one where I'm going to take the Eagles on the road, so we'll have to see what happens there. The Jets and the Dolphins. I am going to go with the Jets in this one. We'll see what happens. Fitzpatrick's very much a mystery. But you know what? We'll see what he can do. Not having Decker certainly hurts them as well, but I do like their defense quite a lot. The Jags and the Chiefs, going to go with the Chiefs at home in this one. Next up, the Cowboys and the Browns, and I am kind of anticipating that the Browns are going to get a win sooner or later. They're not really looking all that bad. In fact, if you look at the score after the first quarter, they've been doing very good this season, but in the second half, they've been giving games away. I don't think they're going to give a game. I don't think they're going to be in position to give the game away against the Cowboys. But I am predicting a Browns win coming up. It's just not going to be this week. The Steelers and the Ravens. This is an interesting one for me. I did pick the Steelers in a previous week, forgetting that Roethlisberger was injured. That came back to haunt me. This one's a tough one. I actually am going to pick the Steelers again, though. And I don't know why I don't buy into this Ravens team, but I'm going to go with the Steelers there. The Saints and the 49ers. So if you guys have been paying attention, I did predict the 49ers to win week 1. I predicted them to lose every week since. And I've predicted blowouts in the majority of those games and have been correct in that regard. This week, I think the 49ers could pull off an upset over the Saints, but I don't think the 49ers would win, but I can see them winning this game. I have not been able to see them winning previous games. This one I think they could do. Neither team has a good defense at all. The 49ers are giving up more rushing yards than anybody, I believe, right now. The Saints don't have a strong rushing game. But if you take their rushing game as is and just kind of amplify it a little bit more going against a poor run defense and then throw Drew Brees into the mix, I think the Saints offense is just going to be a bit too much for the 49ers this week. The Panthers and the Rams. I don't know what's going on with the Panthers. I feel like I should predict them to win. And again, I've been very wrong on my Panthers predictions this year. Much like the Cardinals, I just predict them to win because I'm just shocked that they keep losing. I keep feeling like, well, this week maybe they'll get their act together and turn it around. We know they're better than that. But I think I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I could very well come back to regret this. And I think I might. But the Rams are at home. They do have a good defense. I don't know how their offense will do against the Panthers defense, so we'll wait and see. But I'm going to predict the Rams here. The Colts and the Packers, going with the Packers at home. The Titans and the Chargers, going to go with the Chargers at home in this one. Broncos and the Raiders. This is an interesting game. And I don't know where I'd like to go. I can see this going either way, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders at home in this one. And then last but not least, we have the Bills and the Seahawks. And, you know, I think I'm going to pick an upset and take the Bills in this one. I don't know why. But I'm going to predict the Bills. Obviously, you know, the Seahawks are a great team. They're at home, which they boast one of the best home field advantages in the game, but I am actually going to go ahead and take the Bills in this one. We will see how it all pans out. And again, I've been very wrong before. I'll be wrong again. You can tell already just by, I mean, we'll look at the standings really quick. And again, I think people are going to look at this and kind of take it the wrong way. It's not that I thought the Cardinals were an 8-0 team. It was more so once they started off poorly, I kind of kept predicting them to rebound and so on and so forth. Same with the Panthers there. I predicted the Ravens to go 6-1 to this point. That actually kind of shocks me because I really don't think they're that great of a team. Not trying to knock the Ravens by any means, but that's just my take on it all. Giants, I had at 6-1, kind of like the Ravens. I don't feel like the Giants are a 6-1 team. I guess I've liked their matchups. It's really funny scrolling through this and kind of looking at how I predicted this season to go so far. But clearly, I've been very, very wrong in many regards. And I'm going to continue to be wrong. It's okay. I'll own it when I am. I did have the Browns correct at this point. So the Browns and the 49ers, I've got down. The Jags, I'm just not right at all. I have a tough time betting on them too. I don't know. It's interesting. It's been a very interesting football season, but that's going to be it for this video, guys. I do hope y'all enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Tell me why you agree with me or think I'm wrong in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.